There are so many challenges that we have in life, particularly that are affecting our own country, and I suppose likely the greatest challenge is trying to live a good quality of life and being positive at each and everything that you do, and to ensure that you always have the cup half full or have it overflowing and not half full. Anyone can knock, anyone can be negative. There are challenges out there, but if we try to spin that around a little bit and try to change those challenges and those negative viewpoints and make them more into an opportunity. So if we've got, a problem in our country with living currently with a minority government, rather than complain about it and worry about it and be negative about it, why don't we all try in our own little way to make it work? And I think we have to take that in everything we do. In education, we listen to the radio and we hear so many people complain about the teachers of this and the curriculum is that, and et cetera, and the world is changing. Yeah. Well, what can we do in our own little way to make it better? Don't worry about what the problems are. Worry more about what the solutions could be. So again, it gets back to that premise of having a real positive attitude and changing challenges and problems into solutions and trying to find ways to make it work. That's why I spend very, very little time. Well, I don't even get a newspaper, because when you open up the newspaper, you know what you're going to read. It's not going to be positive things. But by getting involved, you're rolling up your sleeves and getting involved, talking to people and finding out who they are and what can we do together to make the world better and to change the quality of life and to try to let's just change in our little community, and then we'll change it in a bigger community. And that's how I approached it. I said, well, I'm doing things in Edmonton and in Alberta and Canada. Now I've got to look for changes that I can make in the world that will have an impact back in my country. So I moved to the international stage. So to me, there's so much we can do as long as we look upon it in a positive light to find solution, and change it. We have to realize that government do have an impact on our lives and our quality of life. However, we have to take, and again, it goes back to citizenship and our responsibilities. We have a responsibility to become active members of our community, which is if we're so inclined, if we have a religion, to get involved with that, in our community activities to that, and into politics. We have a responsibility. We are the ones who elect politicians. However, sometimes people find it discouraged that once they get elected, it's not so much what the constituents wants, it's what they want or the party wants. And I suppose, we need to change that. I would like to see it changed, but it may not change in my lifetime, but I'll do what I can on my part to help change it. Governments are involved. They can be involved to some degree, but also we have to help ourselves as well. And of course, we always look upon the government as our financial arm to help anything to make change. But it's not just the responsibility of government, it's responsibility of us as citizens to make decisions and to make things better. Children in elementary school can make those changes by getting active in their own school and with their teachers and within their community. And that can be carried on into junior high, high school, and post-secondary education. The people who are going to make the greatest impact in the future right now are sitting in grades K to 6. And if we can provide opportunities for these children to understand and to make a greater impact on our community, Canada and the world will be a much better place in which to live in the future. But it's up to them. They're our future leaders, and it's them who we're going to have to turn to help in the future. But it starts there. You can't start with old fogies like me. It's got to go back to the youth. We can't also leave out and forget that relationships affect quality of life. Relationships within a family, the family structure, relationships within amongst our friends, relationships that we build in our community, relationships that we build in our careers and within our places of employment. All of those kinds of relationships and all of those activities affect quality of life. We certainly can open the other page and we can say, well, sport and recreation and outdoor pursuits, paddling your canoe down the Saskatchewan River, or taking your horse and riding them to the top of the mountains and being up there with the sheep and the bears is also a form of outdoor pursuits. What affects quality of life? Absolutely. But again, they affect quality of life differently than relationship building in your job and in your family and in other areas in society. I don't necessarily believe that sport and outdoor pursuits itself affects quality of life on itself. No one ever achieves anything on their own. The same thing, no one aspect will affect your quality of life. Sport and outdoor pursuits and recreation, absolutely they will have a partial impact. And as a result of those kinds of activities that are happening out in the mountains and in the river valleys and the parks and that, hopefully it'll teach us a lot about respecting our world and our country and respecting the environment, because I see so often, when I take some time away from a busy day in Edmonton and travel 15 or 20 hours away to go fishing in northern parts of our communities, and I go and I see all of the garbage lying around. Well, that's affecting our environment. So we provide opportunities for people to develop a quality of life, and then they don't respect the environment. That's going to affect their quality of life in the future. Therefore, we need to do something about that. And again, it's a problem, but let's turn it into an opportunity and hopefully impact change.